Ah, shit. You could have come on through that one. She'll catch up with me later. If I go slow enough, she'll catch up with me. I'm just gonna pull over somewhere up here because I don't know where the hell she is. And there she goes. A lot of people out riding today. It's windy as hell. It's one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen, any part of the country. I remember going fishing there as a kid with my dad and getting in a cove and being able to see all the way to the bottom, and it was probably about 15 to 20 feet deep. I could see all the way to the bottom. It's like looking through a glass of water. It's just a beautiful, clean lake. It's part of the TVA system of dams, Tennessee Valley Authority. And after we go to the dam, we're going to come back and hit the bottom of the Devil's Triangle. Ride the bottom half of that. It's really a gorgeous day here in East Tennessee. It's in the mid-70s. And I don't think we have a chance of rain until early next week. Here we're coming upon the Weir Dam, and when the dam's not generating, you can see people standing out there, and they got their waders on and they're fishing and stuff. But when the dam's generating, you can't stand out there. Obviously, it's too rough and it's too deep. Here we are in the Norris Dam State Park. So let's take a little trip down here below the dam, take a look. Then we'll come back out and go over the dam. A lot of people out walking on the trail today, enjoying the beautiful sunshine, spring-like weather. We've got daffodils blooming here. We've got crocus. We've got hyacinth blooming. We've got some forsythia blooming. There's the dam up ahead. There we can see some daffodils over there blooming. Canoe access back there. That's canoe access if you want to take a chance on falling in freezing water. Because even in the heat of the summer, this water coming out from under the dam is extremely cold. Check out that bug over there. Looks like somebody I know sitting on top of it. It does look like somebody I know. So I got Tiny Dragon in my rearview mirror there behind me. Man, her headlight's bright. Speaking of bright, I need to turn mine on bright. May take a break up here at the dam. Get out and stretch our legs a little bit. See what's happening. We'll go to the overlook after this. It's beautiful as well. Oh, the whole area is beautiful around here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Love it. We get real close over here. You can see the dam. Damn it. There's people out riding. And some more people out riding. You need to go in? So that's Norris Dam Marina over there. There's the overlook up there. So we'll skip that today. There's some daffodils blooming up on the hill. All by themselves. You got a lot of rough pavement over there on the right side. Where they come along and patch it with cheap road patch, asphalt patch, and anyway, when it rains and then it freezes, water gets in there and expands, and you get junk like this on the road. So not good to get in it. So stay over here for a while. And we'll hope we don't have any of this crap down on the Devil's Triangle. See if I can get this bug out. No. Let's try something else. Yep, that There used to be a meadery, which is mead. It's a medieval wine made from honey. I guess people around here decided they just like it made from grapes, so they didn't stay in business too long. This wind is crazy today. See if I can get this bug guts off my face shield. I think I got it. Yeah, I did. Yay. Miracle. Blue Haven Motel. They got that all roped off for some reason. Watch where you're walking, lady. ATV route, yep. This is another way to get up Windrock Mountain, which evidently is famous, at least in the United States. I don't know, there's people come from all over the world to ride four-wheelers up here. I don't see the appeal of a four-wheeler, but that's just me. Look at that wind. Little dust devil back there going the leaves. So this is the infamous Devil's Triangle. Lower end, the bottom part, which is nowhere near as curvy as the top part. Top part's very curvy, but yeah, we're already on this end, so we'll start from the bottom and trail off where we need to. So if people don't like curves and are not good with some twisties, they sure as hell don't want to be riding this road. If you don't know how to make your motorcycle go around a curve, then, well, don't get on this road. Like I said, stay home. One thing with roads like this for sure is you got to watch out for people cutting in their driveways, because most of the time they won't spend the extra money on paving them or concreting the driveway. They'll just do a gravel driveway, and then as time goes by, the gravels creep out into the road, and then you come along and you hit a big pile of them, and well, that's not fun. We've all done that, and it's an unnerving experience to hit a pile of gravels going around a corner. Depending on what bike you're on, could be more unnerving sometimes as opposed to other times. And of course all these are banked completely wrong for us. I keep thinking I'm going to see a box turtle out in the road. Such a pretty day, and there should be one somewhere, but you can't stop anywhere along through here to save it, because I'll always save them if I can. If there's anywhere for me to be able to pull over in my truck or on my bike. I actually had a bike one time that I did pull over on a country road, and I had saddlebags on that bike. and I put the box turtle in the saddlebag and took it down the road a little bit and let it out. But I got no bags on this bike. I did order a little sissy bar bag. It ought to be here sometime in the next week or two. And there's Tiny Dragon in my mirror. Hello, Tiny Dragon. She can't see me. She can't see the front of me anyway. And there's a bunch of gravels right there. That's what you don't want to run into. A lot of times when I'm riding, you'll see me cover that front brake. Doesn't mean that I'm going to use the front brake only. If I'm covering, I'm just going to be prepared to use it in case I need to. And on this type of road, it would always be in conjunction with the rear brake. You don't ever want to hit your front brake going through curves like this, because you're going to end up on the bad end of a deal. Now, I cover that front brake, and I got the rear brake covered too. You can't really see my foot down there, but it's covering it at all times. And you never know when you're going to need to do that, so just keep it covered. And then you're ready. This bike has ABS, which is a really, really nice thing to have. I've never really needed it, but you never know when you need it. It's just a little insurance policy for a little peace of mind for when you think you need it. So we're going to cut off up here. Man, they've got that side of that mountain dug out. Let's cut off up here and take a little bit of a different route. And here's another case of you better watch what is happening, because, well, another gravel driveway back there. They'll always creep out into the road, so a lot of times on country roads I tend to ride to the left of center. Although my preference is to the right of center when I know there's a driveway coming up, or if I suspect there's a driveway coming up, I'll get to the left of center as a little bit of a safety measure. Hang on just a second. Let's see which way Tiny Dragon wants to go. You want to go that way? I'll let you lead. And look at this kick-ass house that nobody's finished. It's been there for a long time too. So we've ridden about 50 miles, 50 miles. And I have to say that this Street Bob I just love this bike. It's so comfortable. I put the Predator 3 seat on there when I first got it, because the bike's got so much torque that it wanted to throw me off the solo seat. So, I ride aggressively, so that's to be expected. So the Predator 3 seat provides some ass shelf, I call it. Some people call it low back support, but it's not really touching my back, so it's an ass shelf to me. Anyway, it keeps you from being thrown off the bike. So that's why I bought it. But it's very comfortable, and I love the mid controls on this bike. You can stand up. With the mid controls, you don't have to just be a prisoner of sitting down all the time. I can stand up right here and ride through this area if I wanted to, but it's got the Milwaukee 8107 engine. It's a torquey little beast, not as torquey as the 114 or the 117, but this is the lightest bike that Harley makes. 655 pounds is, I believe, the wet weight. I'm 99.9% positive it's 655 pounds wet weight. That's all fluids and everything is what wet weight is. So the wind will throw you around on this bike. Tiny Dragon's bike is, she's on the Sport Glide today. She left the Road King back in storage. She rode it yesterday, but she's on the Sport Glide today, and I believe it's about 50 pounds more. These mini 8 bars are super comfortable. They don't put your arms at an uncomfortable angle. Hello, Mr. Deputy. They don't put your arms at a weird angle. You don't feel like you're raised up in the air. It reminds me of the seating position reminds me of a dirt bike, which is probably why I like it. And that's definitely why I like mid controls. Growing up riding dirt bikes, there's just so much more you could do. You can shift your body weight a lot more. I'm doing all this with my feet right now. You can't really do that with forward control. I mean, you can, but it's not as effective at all. In fact, you're kind of a prisoner to your feet being out in front of you, which I don't like so much. I've had bikes that had forward controls, but I prefer mid controls. It's hard to find cruisers with mid controls though, and I'm not a fan of baggers. But when I saw the Street Bob, I knew that if I was going to get a Harley, that was the bike for me. So, 20 version that I'm riding now, it's got the badge on the tank, which I really, really liked. It does have the 107 engine instead of the 114 like the 2021s, and of course the 2022s have. But the 107, I don't know, it feels better to me. I just like it better than the 114. Not sure why, I just do. Hello. Pray for Ukraine. Yes, absolutely. Feel very, very bad for the people of Ukraine. There's a fire tower up there. And there's actually a video from maybe 10 or 11, maybe 11 years ago with me going up in the fire tower. It's been a few years since I've walked up there. I don't enjoy walking much anymore, especially after having Guillain-Barré syndrome. And I'm always going to have it. It's an autoimmune disorder that I got when I had COVID in April of 2020. So I had to relearn to walk, and after I relearned to walk, walking doesn't feel good. It feels like I'm using someone else's legs, like they're mine, but they're not mine. You can't really make anybody understand that unless they've had it happen to them. So I haven't walked up to the fire tower in a few years. I just feel very fortunate that Guillain-Barré syndrome only affected my legs and did not affect the muscles that allow me to breathe. Because, quite frankly, it should have, and I should have been on a ventilator. But luckily I wasn't. I had what they call a clinically mild case of Guillain-Barré syndrome. And it's nothing mild about what I had if it's happening to you. If you wake up one day and you can't walk, there's nothing mild about it. So I take it quite personally when people want to tell me about how there's no COVID or there's no problems if you get COVID. It's overreact. Bullshit. Let's watch Tiny Dragon approach this turn. More daffodils. Yay. I hope we're done with winter. Here we go. Come on. Come on, Tiny. Tiny Dragon's a very good rider. She has a lot of good techniques. She's been riding quite a few years, I think since the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I've been riding since 78. So that's over 40 years I've been riding motorcycles. And I will say that Tiny Dragon is a skilled rider. I have to say that I've watched some of the Harley YouTube riders that I watch go out to the desert recently. Harley put them all out there and put them on a track, and I would have absolutely loved to have done that. I used to race a car that I had. It was a RX-8. It was a 2004 RX-8, Mazda RX-8, and I used to race it in East Tennessee region autocross, Solo 2 racing. So I'm pretty well versed with a lot of riding and driving techniques used in racing, and I would have absolutely loved to have gone out to that desert and went around that racetrack. I wouldn't have liked the fact that I was on a bagger because I don't like baggers, but it would have been great. I would have loved it. And Tiny Dragon would have loved it too. She is a bagger lover though. I would have looked at him and said, yeah, can I have the lowrider? The lowrider S? Something a little more sporty? Hello. Okay. had a great day riding. We got other stuff to do this evening, so I'll let the camera run, but I'll say ciao for now.